Do you ever feel kind of guilty when you spend money, even if it's on something really small? So say you're at the till and you're handing over your card or your cash, you're making a purchase of something that you want, but you then get caught up in self-doubt, or you worry that you've done something wrong, or that you should be spending your money on something else. If so, you're not alone, and we're going to gently be releasing some of those guilty feelings. I'm Suzannah from the Tapping Association, and in this lovely meditative session today, I'm going to guide you through really acknowledging that guilt, helping you begin to shift it with lots of kindness and self-trust. All right, so let's ground ourselves first of all through the breath. So nice deep breath in through the nose. Really expansive breath, let your tummy rise, and then slowly exhaling. And on that exhale, just let go a little bit. And then just start tapping on the side of the hand, repeating after me, either in your mind or out loud. Feel free to change up any words that don't quite resonate with you as well. So even though I feel guilty whenever I spend money, I'm open to exploring this with kindness. Even though I feel like I'm being irresponsible or selfish when I buy things for myself, I'm willing to be present with myself, for myself, and perhaps even for others too. Even though I hold on to all these stories and fears around money and spending and greed, I'm willing to consider rewriting those stories. And I choose to deeply and completely love, honour and accept myself anyway. Okay, moving up to the eyebrow points. All this guilt around spending money. Side of the eye. I feel kind of anxious or ashamed when I spend. Especially when it's things that I want rather than things that I need. Just notice what's coming up. Under the eye, I really worry that I'm not managing my money well. Under the nose, what if I don't have enough later? What if I'm spending too much? Chin points, I'm always really judging myself for spending money. Collarbone point, and I'm scared that when I spend money, I'm being careless. Like I shouldn't be spending money on myself. It's selfish or frivolous, or I don't deserve it somehow. Under the arm, this heavy guilt and worry in my... So you can say where you feel this in your body, this heavy guilt and worry in my... Maybe it's coming up in your stomach area, your chest, your throat. If it's not coming up anywhere, that's fine too. This heavy guilt and worry in my... Top of the head. It feels so hard to even think about letting go of this guilt. It's been with me so long. Eyebrow points. I notice how my body feels when I spend money. Side of the eye. I feel like a knot of anxiety in my stomach. Like it feels wrong. And my mind races with thoughts like, I shouldn't have spent that. I shouldn't have spent that. It was risky or irresponsible to have bought that thing. Or you should have saved that. Should have saved money. Under the eye, I feel sad and frustrated about my spending habits. This has been going on for such a long time. Under the nose, I wish I could feel safe and peaceful with money. Or maybe money feels anything but safe and peaceful right now. Chin point, I keep getting stuck in guilt or shame. Collarbone, I'm holding so much fear about money running out. It's really overwhelming me. So just think about that fear that comes up. Under the arm, I want to trust myself and feel calm when I spend, but I don't know if that's possible. Top of the head, it feels wrong to spend money on myself when others are struggling. Okay, what we're going to do now is just do a full round just to tune in a little bit. So for this round, I'd like you to close your eyes if you feel safe and comfortable to do so. If not, just soften your gaze. You don't need to repeat anything out loud. I just want you to listen to my words, and I'm going to be guiding you through the tapping points, okay? So eyes closed, just tapping on the eyebrow points. I'm just going to explore this a little bit. So tapping on the eyebrow, just bring awareness to your feelings around money and spending. Again, trying to find those sensations in the body. Thinking about overspending or feeling guilty about spending. Is there any tightness or tension or heaviness in your body? Remember, you're not trying to change it, you're just noticing where this guilt manifests in your body. When you spend money on something perhaps that you want rather than need. Keep tapping and breathing as you notice. And then moving to the side of the eye. And then just allow yourself to gently observe the thoughts that come up when you think about spending. Are there any stories or beliefs from your past about money? About spending money? Buying things that you want rather than need? Maybe money was tight when you were a bit younger, when you were a child. Maybe you heard your parents or caregivers saying things like, we can't afford that, or money doesn't grow on trees. And maybe you absorbed someone else's fear that money is always scarce, or that spending is somehow dangerous. Still on the side of the eye. And sometimes, these beliefs about money, they're shaped by culture or religion. Perhaps you learn that being humble means not having too much, or that wanting more is really selfish or wrong somehow. Or that money is the root of all evil, or that it's greedy, or that you should only take what you need and nothing more. Thinking about all these beliefs about money. And these messages really do stay with us, they shape how we feel about money as adults, even when those beliefs don't serve us anymore. And then moving to under the eye, eyes closed, tapping gently. So as we're tapping here, just notice what emotions come up about spending or buying things. So you might have some guilt, some anxiety, some fear, some frustration, or even shame. See if you can name what emotions you're feeling without any judgment. Just ask yourself, what emotion is coming up for me here? Moving now to under the nose. And ask yourself now, let's get a bit of clarity. Where does this guilt come from? Where has it come from? Is it something that you learned? Is it a message or a belief that you accepted as the truth? It didn't even belong to you? Maybe a past experience where you had money and you lost money. And it might even be something really kind of ancestral that just lies really deep within your subconscious mind and body. You're not even aware of, but that's okay. We just keep tapping and doing the work. Chin points. So just let your heart be open to understanding all of this. And remember, this guilt might have even served a purpose in some way. It might have been trying to protect you, to keep you safe, to help you be more responsible, or even to keep you connected to other people's expectations. But you can gently remind yourself now you're no longer that version of yourself. You're capable, you're thoughtful, and you're wise enough to make choices that honour your values. And yes, it's completely appropriate to be sensible with money, to budget, to save, and to spend with intention, to spend mindfully. But it's also okay to enjoy what you've earned. It's so okay to invest in those things that really matter to you. To trust yourself with money without guilt. And then moving now to the collarbone points. Remember to breathe, keep tapping. Now think about what you want instead of guilt. Like, what would be a healthy, loving relationship with money? What would that look like for you? How do you want to feel when you spend? What would it feel like to have a transformed relationship with money? Under the arm. So imagine now releasing all the stories that no longer serve you. You might want to picture yourself just stepping into that more balanced, confident relationship with money, where you can trust that you make those wise financial decisions. You can still spend without guilt if your budget allows. But it's a new relationship with money, and you step into it now. And you leave behind now all those old stories. Let's release them, tapping under the arm, tapping and breathing. Just letting go through the breath, sigh that out. Top of the head. So let's breathe in that new possibility. Peace with money. Peace with money. Confidence with your spending choices. Freedom from guilt. Okay, well done. So open your eyes, have a little stretch and a shake if you want to. And now let's return to normal tapping. So tapping on the eyebrow point. It's okay to feel this way, and I'm learning to be kind to myself. I'm learning to be kind to myself. Side of the eye. I'm worthy of spending money in ways that feel good. I am worthy. I am deserving. Under the eye, I can take care of myself and money at the same time. Under the nose, I'm open to creating a healthier balance with money. Chin point, I can release guilt and welcome peace with money. Release the guilt. Collarbone point, I choose to trust myself more with financial decisions. So really tapping into that sense of self-trust now. Imagine yourself now spending money on something that you want and you've got enough to do so. So imagine handing over that money knowing that you have got enough. You don't need to feel guilty. How does that feel? Let it feel peaceful. Keep tapping away the resistance. Let it feel peaceful. Under the arm, I give myself permission to enjoy money without shame. Top of the head, I'm growing into a calm and confident money mindset. Growing into that new money mindset. Eyebrow, and I release judgment or guilt about past spending. Oh, let go of that past guilt. What's done is done. You can't change it. What you can change is from today onwards. And start small. Side of the eye. I let go of fear and anxiety around money. I am responsible enough to handle this in a new way. How does that feel? I'm responsible enough to handle this in a new way. Under the eye, I release the need to be perfect with my finances. Remember, it's a journey. You're learning. You can say that I'm learning to be better when it comes to managing money. I'm learning to be better. Under the nose, I let go of comparing myself to others. That's a tricky one. You don't know what's going on in someone else's financial life. Chin point, I release the belief that spending somehow makes me a bad person. Remember, money is a tool, not a moral test. And I want you to say that now. Money is a tool, not a moral test. Moving now to the collarbone. I free myself from old limiting beliefs about money. Through all time, space and dimensions. And I release the pressure to always save and deny myself. Tapping, releasing, letting go. Under the arm, I let go and I choose peace and self-trust instead. Top of the head, and I'm free to enjoy money with gratitude and care. Well done. So let's finish up with a round of positive affirmations. So sit tall and strong. I'm allowed to feel good about how I spend money. Side of the eye. I can release guilt and still be responsible. Guilt doesn't equal responsibility. Under the eye. I honour my past, but I choose new beliefs now. I choose new beliefs now. Remember, we're always training the mind. It takes time and persistence. Under the nose, I trust myself to spend with purpose, not shame. Chin points, I'm learning to see money as neutral. Money's not good or bad. Money is neutral. Collarbone point, I'm allowed to enjoy what I have. I'm allowed. Under the arm, my worth isn't tied to how little I spend or how much I save. Top of the head, I'm rewriting my story with compassion. I'm safe. And I spend without guilt. Let's do that one again. I'm rewriting my story with compassion. I'm safe. And I spend money without guilt. Remember that piece. I spend with peace instead. Okay, stop tapping there. Take a gentle breath in. And then exhale. So take a moment now to just notice how that feels. Did you gain any insights around that spending guilt? Did something shift for you? And I'd really love to know, so feel free to share that with me in the comments. Or I'd like you to share perhaps your next guilt-free purchase with me. Tell me what you're going to spend some money on. Keep doing the work. You are amazing. Thank you so much for tapping with me. Take care.